Good morning. So, welcome back. The last time we talked about uh, some simple SQL query, like creating a table. So, last time we created two tables, which are employee info table and employee salary table. So, let's just check it out again and see. So, we say let's select from employee info and let's run this. Okay, so this is our employee info table here. Then remember last time we tried to do something like limit 5 and then we got this error message. So SQL doesn't support limit 5 on Microsoft Azure Data Studio and Microsoft Server. So instead of limit 5, what we can do is that we can say top we can say top 5 and run this. So this is actually going to help for the top 5 replaces the limit 5 for SQL server. So another table we created was employee salary. Okay, and last time I said we are going to create insert into this employee salary for this particular section. So let's go ahead to comment on this and let's say our usual syntax insert into employee salary values. So the first value we want to input is this ID should correlate with the ID on employee info. The reason is because we want this employee salary, or as you can see here, employee salary and employee info, they are all in the same database, which is the master database here. So we want, based on normalization rule, we want to create foreign key for the primary key in employee info. So next thing we have, just to avoid us making mistakes here, I think we can go ahead to uncomment this and check what the first information is here. It's the employee info and run this. Okay, we have this information, right? So the first thing we want to say insert into employee salary values. So the first thing we want to insert is the ID 10001. First name is John. The last name is Mark. The full name is John Mark. Email is jm12@gmail.com. So instead of gender here, on employee salary, we have position. So let's say Mike happens to be a front-end developer, or let's say front-end engineer, and salary of Mark is $2,500 per month. And let's go ahead to comment this and run this. So you can see that one row has been affected here. So we can comment on this and let's see what it looks like. Select from employee salary. Awesome. So this has been effected on the new DB. So another thing we want to do, as always, we want to insert more values, but I don't want to bore you with so many inserts. So I'll just pause the video and do the insert, and then we can come back and continue. Okay, welcome back. So um, I have gone ahead to impute these values here, so we can go ahead and run this. Okay, so let's check it out and see what our employee's salary table looks like. Select from employee salary. Awesome. So we have this table as an employee salary table, and we can select from employee info. Sorry, my keyboard. Okay. So we have these two tables. We have employee salary table and employee information table. So let's see what we can do with this. So the first thing I want to show us is that we can perform numerous things. Like we can do some little using operators, right? We have different operators in SQL. We have equal to, we have multiplication, we have addition, addition, we have subtraction, we have division, we have modulo operator, we have okay, we have and, we have or, we have not, right? So there are some operators we can work on. Let's say we want to show something about null values. So we can say select from employee info where first name is not null. And then if we go ahead and run this, let's see what we get. Okay, it gives us everything because we are having like all the first name on this particular table are not null values. So there's no empty values. So that is giving us, so what we say select and where first name is null. Let's run this and see. Okay, it gives us no value, like no output, because we have all the rows filled with first name. So another thing we can do again is we can use something like, remember I told you we can use something like equal to and say where first name is, let's see, Vicent. Then we can run this and we have this, right? Then another thing again we can do, we can use something called like. So we have something called like. So like is like having a particular using a particular wildcard to replace values. So we can say like, we can use underscore, right? We can use underscore like this to underscore represents v, and then run this, we can have the same value, right? So we can use this and then say, let's say we have od, then this gives us no value because the white card is telling us that we don't have anything. Like, okay, we have something underscore here, but value should be here. So let's say maybe we put something here and run this, we still get nothing. But let's change this to this and let's see what happened. Still nothing. So we can put something like this and run it, and then like underscore od win. Yeah, sorry, last name. Around this we get this, so we can try that out and see. We get nothing. We can try this one out and see. We get something. So this percentage y card tells us it actually accepts multiple characters. Why the underscore accept just a single character. So we can use the like to see. So for example, I want to input where last name, like let's say we are targeting Daniel, right? I can say D and percentage around this. So you can see that we're having Daniel and dollar. That means it's picking the first letter and then the percentage, every other thing that comes after it. So we are having this. Then another thing we can look out for, we can say where age is greater than or equal to 30, right? Then we can run this. You can see that, okay, we got all of this. So 32, 34, 36. Now, what if we say where age is less than or equal to 30 and run this? We have this. So these are ways we can actually use the criteria to select select a particular rows that fit into that criteria. Now, another thing again we want to do is that we want to include the and. Let's say where age is less than 30 and gender is equal to male. And let's run this. Sorry. I'm just used to the Python Python quotation for strange. Okay, so we got this, right? So where age is less than 30, less than or equal to 30 and gender is male, we got this. Yeah, so another thing again we can look out for is that we can use the or. We can use the or and we can get all of this. So you can see that it picked up virtually everything. So yeah, so let's move forward. Another thing again we can check out is that we want to use aggregation. So aggregation, we have counts, we have average, we have max, we have mean, we have sum, right? These are various aggregation that we have. So we have counts, we have average, we have maximum, we have minimum, we have sum. So now aggregation is normally used after a select statement. So we can say select. I decided to say let's say count. Let's count everything from employee info, right? Then where, let's say where age is greater than or equal to 32, right? Let's run this and see. So we have 5 occurrences. So like I said the other time, this count there is no column name, so you can use aliases and say has number of occurrences, so 5. So this alias can take in any name, right? You can add multiple aggregation, right? Now let's say we want to sum all the salaries together and say sum salary and then we say employee salary table. Let's just comment on this, like some of them. So the total salary is $28,300, right? So you can call this as total salary. So this is $28,300. Yeah. So another thing again you want to check is that you want to check for the employee with the maximum salary. So to do this, you can run this and it tells you the highest salary paid here is $4,500. But let's say you want to know the employee that is actually carrying the salary. So you can come around and say, let's use the full name, and then remember, yeah, you have to group by full name. Now, if you run this, you get to see the full name of the employee, but you are assuming that this is not a small table, it's a very large data set. So you want to get the information as soon as possible. So the best thing you can do, what aggregation does, aggregation helps you summarize your data that you can quickly get information on time. So you want to use the order by, and you want to use the some SQL will just allow you to, let's say some SQL now for data as well. For some reason, if I run maximum salary descending order, we get the value here directly instead of just putting that, because we already use the aliases there. So the sender line gives you that, okay, we have Samson Bamidele is the person getting their salary. What if we want to get the position of this person? We can come here and include the position here. But remember, we have to select position on, we have to group by position also. Else we'll be getting an error. Like if we just come here and run this without putting, if we run this way, we're getting an error. So we have to include the position. So anything you select without an allocation, with an allocation statement, you have to group it by it. So it tells you that, okay, Samson Bamidele is actually a staff engineer and he's the one collecting the highest salary here. Then another thing we can check for average, and then average salary. So we can go ahead and run this, and then you can see that we got this. So all right. So like I said today, I just wanted to create another table and show some other selection statement that we can do. So there are numerous things you can go around to play around with this table or create your own table. So in the next video, we'll be looking at more intermediate SQL syntax. Like we'll talk about the joins, we'll talk about subqueries. Yeah, subsequent video, and then we can go ahead and go to more advanced SQL queries like common table expressions. Yeah. Oh, okay. See you in the next video. Bye bye.